Next movie chest, might as well just knock it out.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah. This one I did not pick because I've been dreading the runtime. But
Same.
I didn't know.
Same, man.
I picked it twice.
I mean, it deserves the pick, honestly. I think it's just like when I see the 3-hour runtime, I just don't. I just like.
Oh, I totally get it.
I'll do it
Yeah.
later. I mean, there's a reason why these movies too, like in the movie chest, haven't been watched yet. It's like you haven't gotten to this catalog or this person's movie yet, or it's 3 hours long and you just haven't found the motivation yet. You know, like it's kind of where I'm at with this one.
I feel like we're just on this kick of like Civil War era.
We're like period pieces. Yeah, like that would basically like
Master
if they were
Commander.
books. Like they're basically like literary fiction made into films.
It's true.
Like and I was gonna say, like, honestly, of the ones that we've seen over the last like month or so, like Master and Commander, The Last of the Mohicans, and this, like, I'd say this is the best one in my opinion. But I don't know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
or the most realistic, I would say, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
We of course we haven't mentioned it, but we're talking about Dances with Wolves.
Yes, the Kevin Costner classic.
Wait,
1990.
was this
Shows his bare ass.
directorial debut?
I don't know if it's his debut, but he did direct it. That's for sure.
Yeah, this won 7 Oscars.
Wow.
Best picture.
Damn, seriously?
That's legit.
I can
Best
see
Picture.
it.
Yeah, I can see why it won Best Picture for sure.
So honestly, when I started it, for the first hour before he finally met the Indians, I was thinking, how did this win Best Picture? And is
I was
this
thinking
going
the
to
same
get
thing.
somewhere? But then after finishing the movie, I thought every minute was deserved. I at least that's how I felt after the 3-hour runtime. I thought it was
For
very
sure.
justified,
Yeah.
and I see why it's Best Picture. So I get it. I do.
Yeah, it definitely hits all those Best Picture notes. I'd say, like, I think this one, like, a lot of people try to mimic this style of Best Picture.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
now.
I think my biggest gripe, I was thinking about this after I finished it. My biggest gripe with the movie is that, like, a lot of the like antagonistic characters in this, or like just like side characters, like at the very beginning he encounters like some commanding officer that he talks to about leaving.
I pissed my pants.
And yeah, like, what is up with that? Like, why
Nobody
was
can
that
do
dude?
anything
And then he
about
just
it.
like shot himself. Like,
Yeah.
what? I feel like
that
that's
was a
just
hard
like
thing to.
that's just like something people did. I feel like in the 80s and 90s when they just like write a character to be like really dumb, and that's like their thing. But in my opinion, it's just like lazy. But also though, this was already 3 hours as it is. If you gave those characters like more to their character, I think it would just like increase the length of the movie, and it's kind of unnecessary. Like there was that guy, the guy who drove the fucking
His cart.
the car, like at the very
Obnoxious
beginning,
ass
like what was
motherfucker.
up with that? He's just an idiot, and like that's just like who he is. That's like his character.
Mhm.
Or like at the end, like when the other Civil War officers show up, and the one guy like can't fucking read, and he just stole the book. Like, why did he do that? Like, what the fuck? Why didn't he just say that he had the journal? Like, I don't know.
That's
It's
weird.
just like character flaw. Like, it's just like that's who they are, and like in my opinion, it's kind of lazy. But it's like, I don't know. I guess like
both
that's
of
kind of
those
necessary
characters-
for it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like necessary.
It's just like fucking
element
weird.
time.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just like questioning like why they act like that, because it's just like incredibly unrealistic to me. Like
Yeah.
I think
don't know.
that guy's like the lovable idiot. So when he gets killed by the idiot, it's like, oh no, like, oh,
Yeah.
too bad. And then
Yeah.
when
I
it's,
did like though.
one dude, it's like, all right, fuck this guy. Like,
I like how you're like it's heavy one sided. You're on the like Native American side. Like
Right,
I don't know.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I like that at least.
The
'cause-
goofy dude at the beginning with like the farting, I was like, man, what are we?
That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
What the
right?
why
But
is this guy like this? Like
I think
He's
it's
an
like
Oscar?
to tell you
Yeah.
that this guy
Yeah,
obviously is like he doesn't want to be in this society, like, or this part of society. He doesn't like agree with like this level of like white American culture. So like he
Wait, that guy?
like the Kevin Costner, like he's like, I don't like
Oh, gotcha. I
my
understand.
companion or whatever because he's gross or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's
And then-
disgusting. The most foul man he's
Yeah,
ever
the
met.
foulest
Yeah,
man he's ever
yeah.
encountered, whatever. Yeah, like so.
Pretty
Then it's
much,
like
yeah.
he's like a more willing character to see like the highlights of the Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the only reason I think that character exists. But he's like already an outsider, almost, Kevin Costner. You know, like
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody else is a fucking idiot apparently.
right, right. Yeah, I mean those moments where it's like he's wiping his ass with Dances with Wolves and shit, the paper and stuff like that. I mean, to me, the script is like pretty solid. Like the stories, like it's like they hit
Definitely.
these like metaphors throughout that are like you could say they're like too on the nose, but it's like that did the job. It's just like it needed to do, in my opinion. So like it is kind of hammy in some of the decisions. Like they have to just get there to get to the moment, but they get to the moment and it's like, yeah, okay, like that's how
One
I
of
feel.
Yeah,
those-
no, I totally. Yeah, it's just like
One of the
it's just
best
like what the
moments.
fuck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the
One
wiping
of
the
the
ass.
best
I was like
hammy moments.
that, and then
Bill
like the
Wilson, one
shooting of
is.
the wolf. I was just like, dude, what are
Dude,
you
Yeah.
I
doing,
know.
guys?
Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, when they shot his horse.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm just like, Jesus, this guy, this horse. Oh my, it's like his dog. Like, I don't. That horse
Not
was so
only did they
good.
have to kill his horse, but they shot fucking two
Two
socks.
socks.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why?
that
Like,
got rough in that second
Yeah, it was
hour,
brutal.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I know they have to do this to show this inhumane side of people being just downright disgraceful, but two socks, leave him out of it.
Yeah.
Come on,
He's just
the
dancing.
horse.
Titular
What
wolf.
did he do?
Yeah.
Holy shit! But yeah, I
no, that's
think
rough.
one of the best metaphors that was kind of on the nose was when Two Socks finally took the meat from him, and I thought that was just
Yeah.
kind of like a successful moment of
Mhm.
showing that growth of his character with the kind of nature and being one with the frontier side, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah, it's
he's
cool.
slowly easing into that throughout the whole
Yeah.
movie, and
Yeah.
I thought the narration was pretty successful in this movie too, where it's like letters or like a diary, and then it's like giving you these like checkpoints of like how he thinks and feels right now, how the situation is, and I guess
Yeah.
that's like what a narration is supposed to do, is just like pick you up, drop you off, and then keep you going in the the next spot. But
yeah, definitely.
Very like hopeful story too, and like in the sense that it's like, man, this is how it could have gone, right? Like we could have all
Yeah.
kind of gotten along and
Yeah.
shared and worked it out, but
Nothing a little coffee and sugar can't cure.
I don't know. I guess I like how it didn't like. I don't like I said earlier. It seems like realistic. Like if some random,
Yeah.
if one dude was just chilling out in the plains, like on his own, like I could see him like befriending some Native Americans. I don't
Mhm.
know, but I mean,
Right,
like
right.
a whole fucking like I don't regiment
Army.
or whatever. Like yeah,
Army,
they're
yeah.
not
Right.
gonna.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
obviously, I mean,
that
I don't know.
that first hour, like it opened me up because I was like kind of ready to not really like this movie that much because I don't really like Kevin
Yeah.
Costner
I also
that much
thought
either.
like
But
the very
Me
beginning,
neither.
him riding out there like after being in the medical tent, like he like had to ask what was going on. Like, how did he get there? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
that was
But
pretty
also,
insane.
yeah,
right
just
away.
like him. I'm like, this is almost too much. Like,
I feel that.
That was an on the spot decision, the letting go of the horse
Oh really?
thing. Kevin just did that,
I
and
just
he almost
felt
ran
it.
into something while
Ah.
doing it. So
Okay, well they
you
got
know,
the
even
shot.
if you were like making that up, I'd still believe you. I don't know. That
Yeah.
seems like something Kevin Costner would do. Like,
Yeah, but like once he gets out to his spot and it becomes like the fun and games, like it's almost like a hick Americana, like versus like the wild frontier, and he's like running
Yeah.
out there with shaving cream on his face. It's like this, like
Yeah.
it's stuff that like we can identify like modernly, but like it all would like work back then too, and it's just it feels pretty good. It opened up the character for me. I mean, I really like this character by the end of it. He's like one of the best characters I've seen in a movie, I'd say. Just as like, as far as like honor goes and just like his decisions and what he cares about and thinks and feels. But I couldn't tell if it was like Kevin Costner that really did it or if it was just the great character writing of it all. I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I think it was just kind of how his character was written.
Yeah.
I think a
Starts
lot of
there.
people could have done like the same thing probably.
Maybe.
Not
Yeah.
to say he didn't do a good job, but I mean like I think like his character was just pretty well written. I don't know.
I
Yeah, I
could see
mean the
that.
first interaction with like him and Kicking Bird and the hair in the wind or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Just felt like like the coffee and sugar interaction. It's just like smart. Just like
yeah, he's like
felt
curious,
right, felt
already
good.
like an
Yeah.
open-minded guy by the beginning of the story. Like,
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
just
it's nice.
they're both trying to kind of communicate and learn from each
Mm.
other already. So it's like, all right, this is like a good foundation, the right foundation.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The
Yeah.
right foundation.
The right foundation.
I loved the buffalo shots in this movie. Those were great. I've been watching some
Yeah.
like Frozen Planet Earth shit again though, so it's just like
Yeah.
it's hitting the
Dude,
spot.
Nature.
Mhm.
I found out like a couple months ago that when settlers first came over here, like I guess there were like an estimated 30 to 50 million buffalo in the wild, and like settlers just murdered the fuck out of buffalo like endlessly until there were like an estimated 300 buffalo in the wild. Just so like they didn't even eat the buffalo.
Yeah.
They just took out the buffalo because they knew it was Native Americans'
Oh.
like main food source.
Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
It was just to exterminate the Native
It's
Americans.
just that
Like
much of
30
an
million
Fuck.
to 300. Like you can like look up pictures of just like mountains of fucking buffalo
Mhm.
skulls that they just like threw in fucking piles. Like
it's disgusting.
it's like it's horrible. Like it
Mhm.
is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, this movie.
This is like so fucked.
Yeah, this movie tries to get there a little bit with like the buffalo being skinned or whatever that they see, and it's like they didn't even
Even
like
the
do
meat.
anything to the meat. Yeah, they just like
Mm.
it's like disrespect. Yeah, man, it's just
White
disgusting.
people.
Yeah,
What a
it's
bang
just
up job we do,
terrible.
eh? What a bang up
Mm.
job.
Yeah, I mean, it shows what they really like. I don't know. The guy who wrote this script, he actually wrote a book by the same name, so he wrote both.
I did
Shows
see
what
that.
he
And it
thinks,
was
at
written like
least.
I think it was like 2 years before this movie came out.
Makes sense. Yeah,
'Cause
Okay.
I think it was written in 1988.
cool.
And this came out in
Yeah, I
1990.
mean, definitely didn't lose anything in the translation, I'd say then. But
Yeah.
Plenty of time to.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
definitely tell.
I mean, the pacing didn't even really hurt. I think I only checked the time at like once near the end.
Yeah.
Just to see like, because I figured it was getting close.
Yeah, it moved pretty well for me too.
It
You know,
moved pretty well, yeah.
I think it deserves 3 hours. I don't know if I think I'll watch this movie again. You know, every once in a while, I'll put it on. I don't know if I'll finish it, but like I'll definitely watch
I
it.
was like comparing it to like Last of the Mohicans and even like Killers of the Flower Moon. I'd probably watch this one.
Feels good to watch
Over
this.
those others.
Yeah.
I definitely like this one better than The Last of the Mohicans. I don't know. The Last of the
Yeah.
Mohicans was just like, I don't know. It's just like fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get the Last of the Mohicans hype.
I don't
It
either.
came out after
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one though too, which we were talking Last of the Mohicans, like it was like tasteful. But this one like set the precedent, and then Mohicans comes in and just tries to like do like a kind of a different spin on it or something, you know, like.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it's a little different time period, but
Mhm.
still, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit
Doesn't land.
earlier.
It's like the
More like
revolution.
1700s or something instead
It's
of
kind of-
1800s.
It kind of makes me think like Day-Lewis was like trying to like, I can do that, you know, like
Oscar
yeah,
shoes.
it's like almost the same thing, like
Yeah.
Definitely.
a
Even had
middleman
the same
between.
bad Indian.
Yeah. I saw that.
That's true. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Michael Mann.
I also want to say that the making out in this movie is on another level. Like
Holy shit. I was thinking that too. The chemistry is like, I'm pretty sure they were fucking.
they're like, I mean, when they get
Yeah.
into the same shot, they're just like magnetized by the lips, like
Yeah.
and they're just like
Like,
going
when he
down.
comes
Back
back-
behind a tree like 2 or 3 times. Like,
And when he comes
insane.
back and they just start like going at it in the snow, I'm like, yep.
yeah.
That's,
Dude,
oh,
like
that's-
immediately.
that's
Yeah,
Noah's
okay.
Mountain.
She like
A little
ripped him off the
steamy.
fucking horse.
I just
Yeah.
went for it, man.
Did you recognize her, by the way, from House of Usher?
shit.
No,
She's the sister, I'm pretty sure.
really, wow, did
Yep.
not recognize that.
Very young and without any work done.
All right,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
I like her
I
in House of Usher.
I saw hints of her, and I was like, she looks so fucking familiar.
I did not look her
But
up
yeah,
at all,
I'm pretty sure that's her.
That's cool. That's cool. And yeah, same with the dude from Doctor Sleep being like the main guy. And
Yeah.
good shit. Good shit. I'm gonna give this one, Dances with Wolves, 4 stars. It's a
That's what I
solid
think.
movie.
I think I'm gonna do 4.5.
Yeah.
I really liked it at the end.
I
It
could
really
actually bump it up.
sat well.
I don't know. I did like it. Yeah.
The ending
is-
was
good.
fulfilling.
Yeah.
Like watching the regiment kind of just like fall flat, like not
It's kind of a sad, like,
Honestly,
little text
though-
block though at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the reality of
They-
everything.
by the way,
But,
they
like,
still
still-
got fucked.
It's
Right.
like this
Yeah.
story concept, or like this like this is like essentially the same thing as like Pocahontas or Avatar, or like almost even like Romeo and Juliet. I feel like this type of story is like just kind of like
Universal, almost, too.
modular, or
Yeah,
universal,
back to Shakespeare.
timeless. I don't know.
I mean, there's a
Always
theory
comes back
that you're only like all humans are only telling like the same 7 stories or something like that. I don't know the fully in depth
Yeah.
what it is, but it's like they all can like funnel into, it's like food or whatever, that argument, right? It's like everything can be like
Yeah.
a sandwich or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Soup sandwich salad, and
right.
Yeah.
It's gotta be one of
ravioli,
those
like
things.
ravioli or
It's gotta
something.
be-
Yeah.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be Romeo
yeah.
and Juliet, right? Like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as like movie chess picks too, like a lot of them tend to be like mid / like not as good. This one, I'm happy to say it was like it exceeded what I was expecting.
Upper level,
So
upper tier.
Hey, way better than
Definitely.
Swordfish or Leaving Las Vegas.
that's for damn sure.
Holy shit. This has been a big one on my
Sheesh.
list too, so it's nice to finally watch
sure.
Kevin
Yeah.
Costner's Dancing with Wolves or Dances with
Yes.
Wolves.
And that
Yeah.
bare ass.
Yes, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought it was like funny how it held on that for a sec, where he's like, "Oh, I guess I did just like approach that man bare ass naked."
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit, I'm naked.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think at moments in this, I was like, just thinking, Saul Goodman really is really good in this movie because he plays the Kevin Costner thing.
Yeah.
But
I just kept
Yeah.
thinking about Yellowstone. I've never watched Yellowstone, but
Yeah.
Kevin Costner is like, apparently he just like literally walked away from that show and being like, I don't need
Yeah.
it. Like,
pretty
so he's
much.
just a man
He's
who
on
just
to
does
his
whatever he wants.
5-part, like he's doing a 5-part saga movies now.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, you go for it, man.
All right.
Do it.
Like in the Yellowstone universe, or it's like
No,
he's
his
just
own
doing his own thing
like
now.
frontier saga.
Oh, wow.
Costnerverse.
Okay, that's just ego, bro. Like he's like literally he does 5 seasons of a show and he's like, I could do it better. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
Good job on
I'm here for it, to be honest.
These Hollywood personalities.
Good
Yeah.
job on Dances with Wolves. I think it might have hit like a sweet spot of like Costner's ego plus the book plus like 90. Like
Dude,
I don't
is
know if he-
Waterworld in
and
the
then he
movie
gets to
chest?
Waterworld and it's like, no. I mean, it could be.
Well, that's the
I've seen it
that's
though.
the thing.
Yeah, might as well throw that bad boy in there, right? Like,
That bad boy, yeah.
That's the thing about like this and Waterworld. Like, this is Kevin Costner full on having full control of this, and the Buffalo stuff was super practical. Waterworld, he wanted pretty much the same thing, but that's what drove the movie into the dirt. Was that he was like, we got to do it on the water. We got to do this. We need real explosions.
Don't you know who I am? I
Yeah.
did Dances with Wolves. Like I know that's
Yeah.
like the vibe.
7 top Oscar winner. Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
I'll grow
wonder
the
how far
mustache
off.
back. God damn it, I'll do it.
Don't make me.
All right, at least throw For the Love of the Game in there, right?
That one's in there. I think that one's in
Oh,
there.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Alright.
that's Sam Raimi, isn't it?
I think so.
Or
I don't really know.
Is it?
I think it is.
I
Like
think it is.
strangely, yeah,
Weird.
yeah, definitely.
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Well.
This was a good pick. I'm glad we watched it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really good.
Same.
Too.